Hey guys, what's up? So, the next poem I'll be reading is 1854, and this is titled Responsible for My Actions. This is about someone that is owning up to their faults. In the poem, I wrote two different scenarios of people in his life that he's made a mistake and is confronting them, leaving excuses and justifications to the side for why he did what he did. What makes this poem so powerful is a self taught lesson of the experience. But there's also a second part that I felt was very necessary to point out in this, because it does happen a lot. And I know it's something that I personally had to deal with. Just because we do the right thing or try to does not mean the other person will do the same. That doesn't mean we take back that apology. It doesn't mean they deserved it. And it also doesn't mean we have to continue this cycle. Right or wrong, own up to what you did. If they can't, well, maybe it's time to evaluate having that individual in your life. Responsible for my actions. I can't speak for you, but I know what I did. So it's time to pick up my big boy pants. That's why I apologized. The excuses or justifications that were repeating in my head, well, I had to switch that light to the side. Some people have a problem. They can't tell a difference between good and bad. Or maybe it's just their own damn pride standing in the way. Their stubbornness won't allow them to admit they're wrong. And that aggravates me, because I do my best to speak up and own my part out of respect. Responsible for my actions. I saw the error in my ways. I saw the way I treated you. I saw the mistake that I made, and it needs to be addressed. Responsible for my actions. I couldn't keep going forward with that inside of me, so I had to get it off my chest. It was the right thing to do. Responsible for my actions. Whatever you decide to do, I completely understand. I know in life there are always consequences, and I'm here to accept that. Here's the problem. After I said I was sorry, you said, make sure it doesn't happen again. After I apologized, you said, well, I was going to just leave you there, right? Or when you bring it up the next time at the table or say that I was acting crazy. It's not fair that I manned up. I did my part as a friend and you can't appreciate it. You just throw it back in my face. But I guess that makes sense looking back at our history. It was always me calling you after a fight because our friendship, to me, was more important than anything else. That's when I realized that this was a continuous cycle that kept going, a wheel that kept turning, and it was time for me to break it. And so that's why I decided to take action. Responsible for my actions. I saw the error in my ways. I saw the way I treated. I saw the mistake that I made, and it needs to be addressed. Responsible for my actions. I couldn't keep moving forward with that inside of me, so I had to get it off my chest. It was the right thing to do. Responsible for my actions. Whatever you decide to do, I completely understand. I know in life there are always consequences, and I'm here to accept that. I'm sitting here in my therapist's office. Her sofa is the most comfortable place on earth, telling her all these secrets about my past, opening up about a broken home and what I had to endure. I tell her that sometimes it's so hard to just let go, how others expect me to put those memories to rest and try to find a way to channel that anger that developed because of it. But with time, I used her strategies to cope: meditation, breathing exercises, setting boundaries, and learning to say no without feeling guilty. But here's the problem on this journey of bettering myself. She still hasn't evolved. She still provokes situations and expects all the cabinets to be perfect when hers are disorganized. It's not fair. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs because I did everything I could to manage the situation, and still we had another fight. And I feel like I'm back at square one. And I've disappointed myself because I hadn't changed like I thought I did. Going over the two scenarios in my head, I've come to a new realization. I have to throw out the phrase, that's not fair, in the garbage and take responsibility for my actions, but also keep in mind and understand that just because I try my best to do the right thing doesn't mean they're going to follow the same path. People take things different. Owning my part is for me, and that's for them. Well, I can ignore the comment. I can choose to keep them in my life, or not, or I can kill him with kindness.